San Francisco 49ers versus Jacksonville Jaguars. We are back. Now, before we get into this preview, big shout out to this video sponsor, BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Now, guys, the Jaguars are currently 3-point underdogs against the San Francisco 49ers this upcoming weekend, which is actually improved from 3.5-point underdogs. So the line is shifting toward the Jaguars a little bit. Now, the Jaguars right now are 6-2 against the spread. That is currently the best in the NFL. The Jaguars have been big-time money makers against the spread, this season. So that's pretty cool to see. Now, BetUS is offering you guys a 125% deposit bonus if you guys use my link down below. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring this video, and go download and have some fun over there. Now, with that said, let's get into this video. Now, guys, I am pumped to be back, man. It's been a long 14 days, and I'll be honest with you, in the last several years, like pretty much my whole entire Jags fandom, it's been like the bye week has come, and I actually get a sense of like relief because I don't have to watch bad Jaguar football, and I get to sit back and watch real NFL teams play football. But it's different this year. I really miss the Jaguars, and 14 days is a long time, man. That's like half of a month where we haven't been able to watch our beloved Jacksonville Jaguars play. And, can we just appreciate right now that the Jaguars are good? Look, how many times in your Jaguars fandom has November come and we've been done? We've been toast. We've been 1-7, 2-6, just on full-on life support before we get mathematically eliminated by Thanksgiving. The Jaguars right now are good. We're 6-2, have a 2-game lead on the AFC South. So things are good in that respect, but there's 9 games left. The Jaguars are rested, and it appears that we're ready to go on most ends of it. Now, we're going to start off and discuss some injuries because I haven't really discussed injuries in a little bit. Now, one good thing about when the bye week came is that the Jaguars had some players nicked up. Nothing too crazy. Like, we didn't have anybody like with season-ending injuries on the team, but we were a little bit hurt here and there. Andre Cisco missed a game. Tyson Campbell missed 2 games. Walker Little missed 3 games. And Zay Jones missed 5 games. Now, Andre Cisco, Tyson Campbell, Walker Little are all expected to be back on Sunday. So all that is good to see. Zay Jones is the one guy that's going to be kind of lagging behind a little bit. He appears to be day-to-day. And even Doug Peterson didn't rule out the IR, but, I did see some bits of him at practice. He is moving around pretty well. So, you wonder if he doesn't come back this game, maybe he comes back next week against the Titans. We'll just have to see. So, overall, that's good. Good stuff overall on the injury front, and hopefully Zay Jones comes back soon. Now, I never made a video about this, but of course the Jaguars did trade for Ezra Cleveland, and the big debate was who's going to be the starting left guard now. I thought it was going to be Walker Little just because he was the best offensive lineman before, his injury. And, quite frankly, he didn't lose the spot at all. He didn't lose it. He deserves to stay there. And it does look like Walker Little will be the starting left guard. So now when you look at the Jaguars offensive line, there's really, really good depth. Like the moment anybody outside the center goes down, we have a really good backup because I think the plan right now is that, look, if the right guard or left guard gets hurt, then Ezra Cleveland is going to step in. If the right tackle or left tackle gets hurt, Walker Little will replace them, and then you're going to have Ezra Cleveland slide in at left guard. Tyler or if Luke Fortner gets hurt, then we have Tyler Shatley back there. So, finally, it seems like we have some good depth, and hopefully the offensive line is good going forward. Now, for the 49ers, Deebo Samuel was hurt the last couple of games. He looks like he is ready to go. Guard Aaron Banks won't go, it looks like. Defensive end Drake Jackson was limited in practice. And, the big story is Trent Williams right now. He hasn't really been practicing. He has an ankle injury right now. And look, that's a concern for the 49ers because Trent Williams is one of the best, if not the best, offensive tackles in the game. And, he is a huge presence when he's out there. And, if he is out, then hopefully our guys like Josh Allen and stuff can feast. So that'll definitely be one to monitor because, Trent Williams, great player. And look, for me, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want to beat the team at their best. I am all about getting wins the easiest way possible. So I'm hoping Trent Williams is out and he can come back fully healthy after this week. But for now, give me the easier win. Or easier game, I should say. That's just me. Now that the injuries are over, let's move on to this game, man. Now, both teams are in different situations. The Jaguars are currently on a 5-game winning streak, which is a crazy streak for us right now, while the San Francisco 49ers are on a 3-game losing streak. So you almost wonder, like, who was the bye week better for? Was it better for the 49ers because they're reeling, gives them time to regroup and come back and hopefully come back a better team? Or is it better for the Jaguars where the Jaguars are rolling, get a little bit of break, get some guys back healthy, and be good to go? I almost wonder, the Jaguars were on such a streak and they were on such a roll. We had such great momentum. Does this hinder or stop the momentum at all? We'll see. I definitely hope not, but we'll figure that out this upcoming Sunday for sure. Now, why are the 49ers losing, man? The 49ers started off so freaking good, man. They were like 5-0. They look like, the best team in the NFL, quite frankly. I mean, they were handily beating opponents. But since then, they are 0-3, 5-game winning streak followed by a 3-game losing streak. So what the heck is going on with them? Now, turnovers have not been good. Now, the first 5 games, Brock Purdy had 0 interceptions, while the last 3 games, Brock Purdy has thrown 5 interceptions. So the turnovers aren't great. The offense just isn't scoring like they were. I mean, each of the first 5 wins, they scored 30-plus points. However, each of the last 3 games, they've only put up 17 points. So that's a concern. And the defense just hasn't been very good. The last few games, they have been just missing tackles and just haven't been producing the sacks like they would have liked. However, they did bring in an addition in Chase Young, which a lot of Jaguar fans may have wanted, but the Jaguars, this trade deadline, just weren't able to really push anything. As much as the Jaguars wanted to be buyers, you typically buy with second, third, fourth round picks, but the Jaguars had all those picks tied up. So the Jaguars weren't able to make like a big money move for a guy like Chase Young, as the 49ers gave up a 3rd round pick. But, we'll see that. But overall, the 49ers, they're a really good team. I imagine at some point they're going to bounce back. Let's just hope it's not against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, for the Jaguars, man, will the Jaguars offense finally flash? Now, the Jaguars, of course, are 6-2, and a big reason why they've been 6-2 is that the Jaguars' best unit has been defense, and the offense has been good enough, but the offense isn't like the high-flying offense that we all thought we would be in a preseason, But when I look at this game, I almost hope this game is like a kind of back and forth, lead changes, all the different kind of stuff, because, I think Jaguar fans are kind of forgetting how good Trevor Lawrence is. This weekend, a bunch of us saw Houston Texans quarterback CJ Stroud just, go back and forth with, Baker Mayfield before winning the game. And everyone's like, oh my God, this guy is a beast. We're in trouble. But people are kind of saying, okay, we need Trevor Lawrence to do this now. Look, Trevor Lawrence has done this. And, a big difference between the Jaguars 6-2 start right now versus, I don't know what we were down the stretch. We were probably 6-2, 7-2 or whatever, is that, the Jaguars last year were like starting off losing games, like losing by 10, losing by 17. And then Trevor Lawrence willed the team to come back and win the game. This year we're starting off with leads and we're just kind of holding it, and we're not, going after it in the 4th quarter, trying to throw the ball all around the field. It just hasn't been like that, and CJ Stroud had the opportunity because their defense gave up 35 points. So I almost like for this to be fun to have a little bit of shootout, a little bit of a, game for, fans to watch, be like, that was a fun game. I think a big thing that's going to be good for the Jaguars this upcoming stretch is that it feels like the Jaguars offensive line to start off really, really bad. It was like, what in the heck are we doing? But now, and I think because of that, Trevor Lawrence's like mental clock has been sped up a bunch, and he hasn't really been super like comfortable in the pocket. And I hope with the bye week that goes by, he kind of forgets like the week 1, week 2, week 3 offensive lines that the Jaguars had. And now we can kind of start fresh as, it feels like now with Cam Robinson being back and some of these positions kind of being settled, Anton Harrison with a bunch of experience under his belt at right tackle, right guard Brandon Sheriff being healthy, and Luke or Ben Barch not being the starting left guard anymore. I have a feeling that now the offensive line is finally going to be formidable, and now Trevor Lawrence will actually be able to sit there and potentially take some deep shots. He's going to actually have time to scan the field a little bit more and, really dissect the defense like that. And I think that's a good thing that the Jaguars have going for them. Now, when you look at the playmakers, man, Christian Kirk has been really good. Evan Ingram has been really good. Travis Etienne has been phenomenal. He's definitely on his way to a Pro Bowl. But we got to look out for Ridley. Now, I hope Ridley now has had the rust knocked off and he's going to be, A-OK, 100% solid to go. I don't want to see any more drop passes or anything like that. And I think now Trevor Lawrence and has found a rhythm when it comes to Calvin Ridley, how he's gonna play in this offense, and hopefully it's good going forward. Now, the big thing is that look, Zay Jones is out, and I don't know how long he's going to be out for, and you almost wonder who's going to fill in for him. Now, of course, Tim Jones is the guy that generally comes in there and plays for him. But in the Steelers game, we got an uptick of Elijah Cooks in the game. Now, I almost wonder, like, with Zay Jones, what is he? He's a field stretcher. He is a boundary guy. He can catch the ball on the sidelines. He catches the ball at the back of the end zone. He's that dude. And he also has speed. You know who else has speed? Elijah Cooks. And I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough of him to really know, like, what's his boundary. But I almost wonder, they say, you know what, like, maybe Tim Jones isn't that dude, but maybe we can use Elijah Cooks to kind of stretch the defense to get him some balls. So we'll see on that one. Now, I just think in the second half, I just want the Jaguars to continue to play with urgency. Don't get too comfortable. 6-2 is really fun to look at, but it can quickly become 6-4. And we're only 2 games ahead of the Texans right now. And if they start to get hot, all of a sudden this AFC South competition could get pretty stiff, especially when the Houston Texans are playing a last place schedule. We're out here, we're having to play these San Francisco 49ers while the Houston Texans only have to play the Cardinals. You know what I mean? It's a lot harder of a schedule for us than them, but we'll just have to see how that goes along. Now, when you look at the Jaguars defense, I just say the defenses keep doing what you're doing, man. The defense has been awesome. It feels like everybody on this defense has taken a step forward. And, I hope Josh Allen keeps it up as he's playing like one of the best outside linebackers in the NFL. The back seven, just keep the turnovers up. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I hope maybe Trayvon Walker can, get a little bit of an uptick on his pressures and sacks, and, maybe he'll become the piece that the Jaguars are kind of trying to replace. The reason why the Jaguars are going after Chase Young and Danielle Hunter and these different guys is because outside of Josh Allen, their pressure just isn't coming from any of these guys. So we'll just have to see on that one. Now, my prediction for the spread brought to you by BetUS is that I will pick the Jaguars to win and cover, man. Look, the Jaguars are money makers this year against the spread on BetUS. 6-2. That's awesome. I'm not about to break this one, man. Jaguars win. The Jaguars cover. Jaguars can move on to 7-2. As nice as 6-2 has sounded the last couple of weeks, 7-2 sounds pretty freaking awesome. So shout out to BetUS for sponsoring. Hit the link down below for 125% sign-up bonus. And appreciate everybody for watching. And if you guys can, drop a like on your way out. Please subscribe to the channel. On our way to 20,000 subscribers. Would really love to get there. Thank you for your support. Go Jags.